Hello everyone. Today's question is maximum product subarray. So the question says that we are given an integer array nums and we have to find a contiguous subarray within an array which has the largest product. So if you see in example number 1, we have the input array 2, 3, -2 and 4 and the output is 6 because 2 and 3 is the subarray which has the largest product. And in example number 2, we have the input array -2, 0 and -1 and the output is 0 because we could not find any subarray which has the largest product. So first we'll see the explanation and then we will see the code. So this question is based on a previous question, maximum subarray, in which we find the contiguous array which has the largest sum. So we have already made a video on that question. You should definitely go and watch that video and you can find the link in the description below. So for the maximum subarray problem, we have to find the largest sum and that can be solved using the Cadence algorithm. Let's say we have an array. So we have this array and we need to find the maximum sum. So using Cadence algorithm, we maintain two variables. One is max sum and the other is current sum. And using these two temporary variables, we can find out the maximum sum. Using a for loop on this array, our current sum is equal to max of nums I and current sum plus nums I. So in the beginning, our nums I is -2. So our current sum will be maximum of -2 and -2 plus -2. So the current sum will be -2. Next, we also maintain a max sum and we maintain that using the max of current sum and max sum. So the max sum will be the current sum, which is currently -2, which is initialized at 0 in the beginning. So the maximum of these two is 0. So in the first loop, our current sum is -2 and our max sum is 0. So the next number is 1 and our current sum will be equal to max of 1 -2 plus 1 and current sum will be equal to 1. Likewise, our max sum will be equal to the current sum, which is currently 1, and max sum, which was also 1. So the max sum will remain 1. So after the second loop, our current sum is equal to 1 and our max sum is also 1. So using this same logic, we keep parsing over our nums and at the end, the result will be 6. And this is what we have to return. So that was a quick recap of Cadence algorithm using which we have found out the maximum sum. Now we will use the same logic for our maximum product. So let's take an example of this array. First, we will solve it using brute force and then we will look for a much more optimized solution using Cadence algorithm. So for the brute force, we can use two for loops and we can parse over this nums array twice and check for every product. Let's see how we can do that. So in the beginning, my result is equal to nums index 0, which is 2. After this, I will use a for loop for I in range length of nums. And in this, I will initialize another variable product, which in the beginning is equal to 1. Now in this for loop, I will use another for loop for j in range length of nums. And in this, my product will be equal to nums j into product. So let's see. Our product will be equal to, currently my nums j is equal to 2 and my product is equal to 1. So my product becomes 2. So after we have our product, we will update our result. So our result will be maximum of result and our product. So our result was 0 and our product was 2. So the result will now become 2. So in the next iteration, we come to 3. So for I in range, again length of nums, and since our product was updated to 2, our product now becomes 2. After that, for j in range length of nums, our product is equal to nums j. So our nums j is currently 3. So we update this to 3 into product and our product was updated to 2. So this will now become 2 and our product is now equal to 6. So in the result, our max will now become max of result, which is 2, and product, which is now 6. So the result will now become 6. And this is how we keep updating our result. Next, we come to -2. So our product was now updated to 6. And for j in range length of nums, product is equal to nums j. So our nums j was now minus 2. So it will now become minus 2 into our product, which is now 6. So the product becomes minus 12. After this, we will also update the result. So the result was currently 6 and the product was minus 12. So out of 6 and minus 12, maximum is 6. So we will keep the result to 6. After this, we move forward in array and we come to 4. So the product is now updated to minus 12. And our product is equal to nums j, which is now 4, into product, which is minus 12. So the product is now equal to minus 48. And likewise, we have to update our result. So the result was currently 6 and the product is minus 48. So out of these two, 6 is greater, so we will keep the 6 as a result. Our search is now complete and at the end, the result was 6 and this is what we return. So that was the brute force approach, but the complexity for this solution will be big O of n square. Next we will see Cadaine's algorithm. So I've taken the same example. My nums is minus 2, 3 and minus 4. So for this array, I am going to have 3 variables. One is my current, one is the maximum product, and one is the minimum product. So in the beginning, my maximum product is nums 0, which is minus 2, and my minimum product is also nums 0, which is minus 2. Next, the result is equal to maximum of product. So let's see how we will use this minimum product. So again, I am using a for loop for I in range starting from index 1 till the length of nums. Next, I have a variable cur, which is starting from nums index I. Next, I have my temporary max variable, which will pick the max of current number, current into maximum product, and current into minimum product. After this, I also have a minimum product variable in which I am picking the minimum of current, current into maximum product, and current into minimum product. So let's start from the beginning. At first, my current comes to 3. My maximum product is minus 2 and my minimum product is minus 2. So my current number is currently 3 and my temp max becomes max of current, which is 3, current into max product, which is 3 into minus 2, and current into minimum product, which is also 3 into minus 2. So my temporary max will be equal to 3. Next, I also have the minimum product, which will pick the minimum of current, which is 3, current into max product, 3 into minus 2, and current into minimum product, which is 3 into minus 2. So my minimum product will be equal to minus 6. Now I need to update my maximum product by temporary max. So my max product becomes 3, and I also need to update my result, which is equal to max of maximum product, which is currently 3, and result, which was currently minus 2. So my result is now updated to 3. So far, my current was 3, and my maximum product is now 3, and my minimum product was minus 6. So let's move forward in our for loop. My current is now at minus 4. So my current is now minus 4, and my temporary max is equal to max of current, which is minus 4 into maximum product, which is 3, and current into minimum product, which was minus 6. So my temporary max now becomes maximum of minus 4, minus 12, and 24. So maximum of minus 4, minus 12, and 24 is 24. Next, we come to a minimum. So we need to pick the minimum of cur, which is minus 4, cur into maximum product, which is minus 12, and cur into minimum product, which is 24. So the minimum of all three is minus 12, and that's my minimum product. Next, we need to update our maximum product to temporary max, which was equal to 24, and we also need to update our result, which is maximum of maximum product, which is now 24, and result, which was 3. So our answer will be 24, and we have finished parsing our array, and at the end the result was 24, which was the correct answer, if you remember, and this is what we return. So you see how we use the minimum product. So whenever we have a negative number in our array, we can store that in minimum product, and the next time we see a negative number, we can use that. So that was the explanation. Now we will see the code. In the meanwhile, please give this video a thumbs up. This really motivates us to make more videos and helps us to grow. At the beginning, I'm checking if the length of my nums is equal to 0, then I'm going to return 0. Next, I have my variables max product and min product, which are currently equal to nums index 0. Next, I need to update my result according to max product, so my result is equal to max product. Next, on line number 11, I'm using my for loop for I in range starting from index 1 till the length of nums. Next, on line number 13, I have my variable cur, which is currently pointing to nums I. Next, I have my variables temporary max and min product, and my temporary max is equal to max of current, max product into current, and min product into current, and my min product is equal to minimum of current, max product into current, and min product into current. So my temporary max will store the maximum and my minimum product will store the minimum product. Next, I am updating my max product according to my temporary max. And at last, I need to update my result, which is equal to max of maximum product and result. On line number 22, I am returning my result. So that was the code. I will now submit it. And my code got accepted. So thank you so much guys for watching the video. Please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.